You can do whatever you got to do in your background. And we'll just get started. Actually, let's start in child's pose today. So knees wide or knees together, hips back towards your heels, walk your hands forward, rest your forehead down on your mat. So just take a moment to really just settle in. So you can make this a more active child's pose. Reach your arms forward, maybe even lift up to your fingertips and kind of push down with your fingers. Lift your shoulders up away from the ground. Just see how that feels. You can make it a little more passive, so just letting your arms just rest. So no activation, just relaxation. Whatever feels best for you, maybe a little bit of both. And then let's just drop in with 3 great big deep breaths. So next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can. Breathe all the way down into your low belly, your low back, your hips. Hold. And then exhale, open mouth sigh, let it go. Do that 2 more times. So inhale, fill up. Hold in fullness. When you think you're full, sip in just that little bit more. And exhale, sigh it out, release. Last time. So make this the biggest inhale of your morning. Think of waking your body up with this breath. Hold. And then exhale, open mouth, sigh, let it go. Now start to bring in Ujjayi breath. So seal your lips, constrict the muscles in the back of your throat, just gently, and then see if you can begin to feel and hear your breath a little bit more, especially as it moves through your throat. So the inhale is like you're taking a great big huge gasp, but in very, very slow motion. The exhale is like you're fogging up a window, but then you seal your lips gently over the breath. So ideally, we're fogging up a window on the inside of our bodies. We're building an internal heat. We're stoking our internal fire. So give yourself a moment, just resting in child's pose, connecting to your breath, finding your own internal rhythm. And then when you feel ready to add some movement, no rush, but eventually rise up to hands and knees. And from hands and knees, give yourself just a few rounds to explore what's going on inside. So if you want to stick with just cat-cows, inhale to arch your spine. Exhale to round, curl in, hollow out. So you can go back and forth through just those 2 movements if that's what feels best for you this morning. And if you want to get a little more creative, then maybe you circle your hips around. You can bend your elbows. You can come forward towards cobra or up dog. You can sit back into your child's pose or even rise up into a hero's pose, kneeling position, and maybe you want to stretch your arms to the sky. So no right or wrong. Get as creative as you want to. And I almost said, if you feel comfortable sticking with cat-cows, that's fine, but I want you to get out of your comfort zone. So if what feels most comfortable to you is just regular cat-cows, maybe see what does it feel like if I change it up a little bit. So close your eyes, go into your body. Don't worry about how you look. Don't worry about if it feels a little bit weird, if it feels a little bit unnatural. We want to reconnect to our more primal instincts. So start to explore your body in an instinctual way, in a primal way. And then no rush whatsoever, but when you feel complete with this intuitive movement, and I'm going to say in your next 3 to 5 breaths, slowly transition back to downward facing dog. So as you transition into down dog, do it with awareness. Make sure your hands are at least shoulder width distance apart. Spread your fingers really wide and press down through your fingertips, especially your thumbs and your index fingers. See if you can find an external rotation through your shoulders. So imagine you're trying to roll your shoulders out away from your ears, but as you do that, keep pressing down through your thumbs and your index fingers. Use the strength in your belly to lift your butt, your hips, your sit bones even higher. So I like to imagine that I've got a rope attached to my belly button and it's pulling up towards the ceiling. It's tugging towards the back of the room. So really lengthen from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. You can pedal out your heels. You can keep a big deep bend in your knees if that feels good, especially on this first down dog. Sometimes I like to walk my feet out to the width of my mat and kind of transfer my weight from side to side on the diagonal. So just explore your down dog. Is there any way that you can create more space inside? So really breathe, great big huge deep breaths. Really lift from your center, soften through your face, unclench your jaw. So in every single posture, we're looking for a balance of effort and ease, softness and strength. Little bit of both. Take one more inhale into your down dog. And then exhale, look forward to the top of your mat, step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold. Once you've arrived, find your halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale, bow, let it go. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. So crown reaches forward, tops of thighs press back, sit bones broaden. Exhale, fold. And then last time, just like that, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, release. Root through your feet. Come through a halfway lift. Continue to rise all the way to stand. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Maybe take your gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, inhale, high mountain. Reach as tall as you possibly can. Try to touch the ceiling with your fingertips. Exhale, heart leads, slow dive down. So traction out your spine, then fold in. With your inhale, spinal extension. Get all the rounding out of your back. So shoulder blades squeeze towards your spine, low abdominals tone. So draw your belly button in and up. Exhale, fold. Now press into your feet, lead with your heart, rise to stand. So again, coming through your halfway lift and then continue to rise up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart, and we'll do one more half sun salute, just like that. Inhale, high mountain. Maybe a little baby back bend, so gaze up, lift your heart. Exhale, slow dive, ride your breath down nice and easy. With your inhalation, lift halfway. So back of your neck is long, spine is long. Exhale, let it go, fold in. From the press of your feet, start your reverse swan dive. So heart leads all the way up. Inhale, take your arms up, big stretch. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, let's take a side body stretch. So grab your left wrist, pull your upper body up and over to the right, send your hips to the left. So really lengthening through your left side, breathe into your left side. See if you can create more space in your left waistline and in between your left ribs. Take one more full round. Inhale, come back through center, switch your grip. So grab your right wrist and then exhale, upper body goes left, hips go right. Bring more weight into your right foot. Breathe down your right side. So visualize your breath expanding into the space in between your right ribs. And then your right waistline, see if you can make it longer. Take one more round. Inhale, come back to center. And as you exhale, release your grip, bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down, squeeze shoulder blades towards your spine, and if you can, press your palms together like they're suction cupped. Now imagine your elbows are magnetized, so bend your elbows a little bit, maybe even it feels like a lot, and squeeze your elbows towards each other. Now keep all of that. Imagine your fingers are super glued together and you're trying to pull just your fingers apart. It won't actually happen. It's an energetic movement. Now, if you'd like to take it further, keep all of that and start to reach your hands back away from your body. Maybe knuckles towards the ground, heart towards the sky, press your hips gently forward. Breathe. Take one more inhale into the front of your heart, front of your shoulders. Hold your clasp. Exhale, slow dive down, forward fold. With your fingers interlaced, inhale, halfway lift. So lengthen your spine and really feel your back muscles hug around your spine. Exhale, fold. See if you can stay for about 2 or 3 breaths with your fingers interlaced. So bend your knees a little more if it's helpful. Relax your neck completely. And then lift your sit bones higher. Reach your knuckles a little bit higher. Take one more inhale. Exhale, hands to your low back. Gently release your clasp. Let your arms hang for a moment. Maybe shake them out. And then as you're ready, plant your palms and step your feet to the back of your yoga mat, plank position. You're welcome to come to your knees if you'd like. Take a big inhale at the top and push the ground away. Now listen, exhale, lower just about 2 inches down. So bend your elbows a little bit. Belly strong, arms strong. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, lower 3 inches down. So a little bit further. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lower halfway down. So strong arms, strong belly, even strong legs. Inhale, press up. Come to your knees if you'd like. Exhale as slow as you can go all the way down. Inhale, Spider-Man Cobra. So bring your hands out to frame your mat. Lift to your fingertips. Elbows face the sky. Chest lifts up. On an exhalation, twist to the right and dip your left shoulder down. Inhale, come back to center. Lift your heart. Exhale, twist to the left. Dip your right shoulder down. Inhale, back to center. Lift, open. Exhale, go once more to each side with your own breath at your own pace. Feel the mobility through your shoulders, through your spine. Keep a little tone in your low belly to support your low back. Eventually, an inhale will bring you back to center. Exhale to release. And however you want to transition, we'll see you back in down dog. So you can move through a reverse push-up, through tabletop, through child's pose, lots of options. Once you're back in down dog, you've got about 5 deep breaths. So feel free to just find stillness in your dog pose. Feel free to explore any way you want. If you would like, option to turn it into a turbo dog. So the only thing that you change is your arms. Bend your elbows a lot and then squeeze them in towards each other. So it's almost like a dolphin pose, but your forearms are hovering just an inch or so above the ground. Continue to lift your hips high like you've got that invisible rope pulling up and back on your belly button. Soften your face. Relax your neck. So rather than gazing forward, just let your gaze fall somewhere behind you, or maybe you gaze up at your thighs. Breathe. Big, spacious breaths. So use your breath to soften into the pose. Use your breath to create more space on the inside. Take one more great big huge inhalation, fill up. Exhale, look to the top of your mat, step or hop, forward fold. Once you've arrived, find your halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, bow, fold in. Root through your feet, reverse swan dive to stand. Inhale, stretch your arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. All right, we'll start to build our flow here. So inhale, arms reach up. And then exhale, cactus your arms. Find a little baby back bend. So chest lifts up towards your chin. Take your throat back. Keep your low abdominals strong. Inhale, arms reach. Realign your spine. And then as you exhale, sit back into a chair pose, Utkatasana. Weight in your heels. So butt reaches back rather than your knees coming forward. You should be able to pick up your toes Spread them apart, wiggle them around. And then rather than rounding and looking down at the ground, bottom tips of shoulder blades squeeze your spine, heart is lifted, almost like you're doing a little back bend. Now, as you lifted your heart, notice what happened to your belly. If your belly let go, draw your navel towards your spine. Find that connection to your center. Take one more full round of breath here. Stay here if you want. Otherwise, option to float up to your tiptoes. Bring your arms parallel to the ground, so arms straight out in front of you. Slowly lower your hips down to your heels. We're going to hold here for a full round of breath. Think of hugging your heels in towards each other, lifting through your heart. Inhale, come back up. Don't straighten your legs all the way. Exhale one more time, hips to heels. So strong ankles, strong feet. This time, inhale all the way up, high mountain. So maybe you stay on your tiptoes if you can. And then maybe you stay on your tiptoes. Exhale, slow dive down, forward fold. Heels on the ground for your halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Take your vinyasa however you'd like. So you can take a few push-ups. You can skip it completely. You can take it on your knees, substitute cat-cows. Whatever calls to you. Maybe you give yourself an extra breath or two in your back bend. And then we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Reconnect to your ujjayi breath, so really fire it up. Next time you breathe in, take your right leg to the sky. So take a moment here, really press up through your right foot. Keep your hips square so inner thighs face each other, and then get your right leg as straight as you can. Engage through the front of your right thigh through your quad, and feel that stability around your right knee as you get your right quad to engage. Press up through your right heel, flex your toes back towards your shin. And then as you press up through your right heel, press down through your hands, through your fingertips. See if you can lift higher through your left sit bone, your left butt cheek. And then imagine that invisible rope pulling up on your belly button. Take one more inhale. Give it everything you've got. Lengthen out. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So curl in. Shoulders over wrists, high on the ball of your back foot. Stay here as you breathe in. Push the ground away. Exhale, softly step your right foot forward. And then we're going to take a warrior two stance today. So back heel pivots down, and then windmill your arms up. So a little bit different than usual. Right toes face directly forward, left toes face directly to the left. Shoulders stack over hips. Reach your arms forward and back. Gaze over your right fingertips. Notice if it feels like your right knee is kind of falling in towards your big toe. See if you can get it to track out towards your pinky toe. So really wrap your right butt cheek underneath you. Take a moment to just settle and breathe. Soften through your face. Relax your shoulders. So rather than holding your arms up with your shoulders, think of using the muscles in your back body. So shoulder blades hug towards your spine. Sometimes it helps me if I turn my palms to face up, and that kind of allows your shoulders to relax a little bit more. As you inhale, reach your right arm forward. So like you're trying to reach past the top edge of your mat, side angle posture. So right hand towards the ground, left arm towards the sky. You could also bring your right elbow to your right thigh if you want. If you bring your elbow to your thigh, don't put a lot of weight there. So keep it really light. And then option to take your left arm forward, lengthen your left side body. So from left fingertips back to your left foot, how much length can you create? If you want to move into a half bind or a full bind, you feel ready for that, that's perfectly fine. Just make sure wherever you go, your heart stays nice and open. So imagine you're trying to rotate your heart to look up at the sky. Keep wrapping your right butt cheek underneath you. Keep tracking your front knee open towards your pinky toe. Keep lunging into your front leg. Stay rooted through your back foot. Take 2 more deep breaths. Good job, you guys. Next time you inhale, come back up to warrior two. Stay in your legs. Front palm rotates up. Reverse your warrior. So reach up, create space and length, and then start to reach back. As you reach back, bend deeper into your front leg. Back leg stays strong. Remember, this is a side body stretch, not a back bend. So your shoulders, your chest, and your hips should all be facing towards the left. Breathe down your right side. Imagine you could breathe from the lowest rib on your right side. Take 2 more breaths. If there's a certain variation you want to take, you're more than welcome to go there. Soften around the pose. Soften your face. Soften your outer body, your outer shell. Take 1 last round. Fullest expression. Next time you inhale, come back up. Warrior 2. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground. Pivot up to the ball of your back foot. So you're in a lunge again. Now left hand stays on the ground, right arm lifts and reaches up, revolve lunge, squeeze through your inner thighs, back leg strong, back foot strong. Imagine you're trying to drag your right hip towards the back of your mat, but at the same time, your right knee and shin hug towards your left armpit. Work your twist. Make it come from the inside. So each exhalation, draw navel to spine, twist a little bit further. If you want a great big challenge, see if you can hover your left hand just an inch above the ground, nothing else changes. If your right leg is screaming at you, send your breath there, soften around it. Take 1 last full breath. End of your exhale, unwind, root into your right foot, standing splits. So left leg floats up. Try to lift from your belly button. So just like in our down dog, same thing. Invisible rope pulls up on your belly button. Left leg strong and powerful. I don't care how high it goes. Just make it active and strong. So if I were with you and I tried to press your left leg down, it wouldn't even move. There's so much power there. You can keep your fingertips on the ground to help with balance. You can wrap your right arm behind your right leg, press arm into leg, leg back into arm. Work your forehead closer to your shin. If you want to play with little handstand hops, you're more than welcome to do so. Take about 2 or 3 more breaths in your pose. Notice, feel, and observe. Even if it's uncomfortable, just let it be. Just observe as that sensation moves through you. Take 1 more big inhale. See if you can lift your left leg higher. Exhale. Step your left foot down next to right at the top of your yoga mat. Forward fold. Might feel nice to give your right leg a little shake out. Inhale, halfway lift, spinal extension. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Take your vinyasa however you would like, or skip it. We'll meet back in down dog. Reconnect to your breath. Re-engage your ujjayi breath. So big, expansive, spacious inhalations, long, strong exhalations that take you all the way to emptiness, that connect you to your center. Next time you inhale, left leg to the sky. So hips square, inner thighs face each other. I do not care how high your left leg goes, but make it straight, strong, and powerful. Push up through your heel, flex your toes. So dorsal flexion, toes back towards your shin. Push through your heel, get your left leg really straight and strong. As you push through your heel, press down and forward through your fingertips. Lift from your belly button. See if you can create more length and space underneath your armpits. So these spaces we don't even notice, start to pay more attention. Take 1 more big inhale. Exhale, knee to your nose. So shoulders over wrist, curl in, high on the ball of your back foot. Stay here as you breathe in. See if you can lift your left shin a little higher. And then like you're stepping over something, left foot forward. Let's set up for warrior 2. So back heel pivots down and then rise as you're ready. Windmill your arms up. Take a moment to settle. Find your alignment. Left toes face forward, right toes face to the right. Front heel intersects your back arch. Wrap your left butt cheek underneath you so your left knee tracks open towards your pinky toe. Soften your face, perhaps gaze over your left fingertips. Keep your back legs strong and powerful, rooted firmly through your back foot. Next time you inhale, reach forward like you're trying to reach past the top edge of your mat. Side angle posture, left elbow to left thigh, right arm to the sky. If you want to take your left fingertips to the ground on the inside of your left leg, go for it. Think of pressing your arm into your leg and then your leg back into your arm. Use that as leverage to rotate your heart to look up at the sky. Maybe reach your right arm forward, right side body elongates. If you want to take a half or a full bind, you're more than welcome to do so. You've got about 2 more deep breaths. Keep bending into your front knee. Wrap your left butt cheek underneath you. Track your knee towards your pinky toe. Soft through your face. Good job, you guys. Next time you inhale, stay in your legs, lift your upper body. Reverse warrior, front palm rotates up. Reach up like you want to touch the ceiling, then reach back. As you reach back, keep bending into your front knee. Breathe down your left side body. Breathe from the lowest rib on your left side. Any variation you want to take with your right arm. So right hand can be on your right hip for a little support. Maybe right arm behind you like I'm doing. Maybe right fingertips slide down your right leg. So your expression. Give it everything you've got. Imagine you're trying to press your left ribs up towards the sky. Take 2 more rounds. Next time you inhale, back to warrior 2. And then exhale, windmill your hands to the ground. Pivot to the ball of your back foot. So you're in a lunge position once again. Hips are square and level. Right hand stays down, left arm to the sky, revolve lunge. Squeeze your inner thighs, back leg powerful. Imagine you want to drag your left hip towards the back of your mat, but at the same time, your left knee and shin hug towards your right armpit. Twist from your belly button, twist, twist, twist. If you want that big, huge challenge, see if you can hover your right hand above the ground. Nothing else moves, nothing else changes. 1 final round. End of your exhale. So take it all the way to empty, then unwind. Walk your fingertips forward, right leg to the sky, standing splits. Breathe down into your left leg. Push the ground away with your left foot. Reach your right foot super high, spread your toes. You can keep your hips square, open your right hip. It's not right or wrong, it's just different. So what feels more beneficial to you? Left arm may be behind your left leg. Press arm into leg, leg back into arm. Move your forehead closer to your shin. If you want to play with handstand hops, you're more than welcome to. Got about 2 or 3 more breaths. If you're holding standing splits, relax your neck. Let your face be nice and soft. Everybody take 1 last inhale. See if you can reach your right leg a little bit higher. Spread your toes. Exhale, forward fold. Step your right foot down. Give your left leg a little shake out if it would feel good. Reconnect, Ujjayi breath. Next time you inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now root through your feet. Take it all the way to stand. Inhale, big full body stretch. And exhale, hands to your heart. We're gonna flow, breath to movement. Inhale, high mountain. Here we go. Exhale, cactus your arms, little baby back bend. Lift your heart, press your hips very gently forward. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, chair pose, sit back, Utkatasana. Stay here and hold, or inhale, lift to tiptoes, arms straight out in front of you. Exhale, slowly lower hips to heels. Keep your ankles strong. Inhale, high mountain, so all the way up. Stay on your tiptoes if you can. Exhale, slow dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Find length, create space. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your mat. Keep that exhale going. Chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhalation, right leg high. Like you're stepping over something. Exhale, right foot forward. Set up for warrior two. Inhale, rise up, Virabhadrasana 2. Settle in. Exhale, side angle. So reach forward, tip it over, empty all the way out. Stay in your legs. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Take it up and back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, pivot to the ball of your back foot, so you're in a lunge. Inhale, right arm to the sky, revolve lunge. Gaze up at your right fingertips. Exhale, unwind. Inhale, standing splits. Left leg super high, spread your left toes. Relax your neck. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot next to right, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, chaturanga, slowly lower, strong belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Don't lock out your elbows no matter how high you lift. Exhale, down dog. Great big inhale, left leg to the sky. Slowly and softly exhale, left foot forward. We're going into warrior two, so back heel pivots down. Inhale, cartwheel your arms up. Exhale, side angle, reach forward, tip it over, empty all the way out. Stay in your legs. Inhale, reverse. So up and back. Keep the bend in your front knee. Exhale, hands to the ground, pivot to the ball of your back foot, low lunge. Inhale, revolve lunge, left arm to the sky, follow with your gaze. Exhale, unwind. Inhale, standing splits, right leg high, spread your right toes. Exhale, forward fold, step down. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet, rise to stand. Inhale, take your arms up, gaze up. Open up. Exhale, hands to heart. We've got one more round. I'm going to add a couple of things, so just stay present. Listen to my cues. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, cactus your arms, your little baby back bend. Hug an invisible block with your inner thighs. Inhale, arms re-extend, realign. Exhale, chair, Utkatasana, sit low. Stay here, hold here, or inhale, lift to tiptoes, arms parallel to the ground. Exhale, slowly lower, hips to heels. Ankles strong, feet strong. Inhale, high mountain. Stay on your tiptoes if you can. Exhale, slow dive. Set your heels on the ground. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your mat. Take your vinyasa or skip it. We'll see you in down dog. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, hips lift. All right, listen here. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. So a little twist, use your obliques. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Option to add a little push-up. Bend your elbows, don't let your butt drop. Inhale, three-legged dog. And then exhale as soft as you can. Step your right foot forward. Pivot back heel down. Inhale, warrior two, rise up. Exhale, side angle, reach forward, tip it over. Inhale, reverse, stay in your legs. Keep that bend in your front knee. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, low lunge. Inhale, revolve lunge, right arm to the sky. Gaze up at your right fingertips. Exhale, unwind. Walk your fingertips forward, left leg floats up. Breathe in, standing splits. Exhale, forward fold, step down. Halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Take your vinyasa or meet us in down dog. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, take it back, down dog. Almost there. Inhale, left leg high. Now listen, exhale, left knee, right elbow, so that little twist. Hip should be level with shoulders, no lower. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left to left. Maybe you add your little push-up. Don't let your butt drop down. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, slowly and softly, left foot forward. Warrior two, back heel pivots down. Rise up, breathe in. Exhale, reach forward, tip it over for side angle. Empty all the way out. Inhale, reverse. Keep the bend in your front knee. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, low lunge. Inhale, revolve lunge, left arm to the sky. Squeeze through your inner thighs, twist from your center. Exhale, unwind. Left foot roots, right leg lifts, standing splits, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. All right, stick with me, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Now listen, lower down to your forearms, forearm plank. So elbows under shoulders, forearms either parallel, palms face down, fingers spread wide, or to modify, you can interlace your fingers instead. Hug your elbows in and press down through the belly of your forearms. Take one more big inhale here. And then as you exhale, move into dolphin pose. So toes towards your elbows, lift your hips super high. Imagine that rope pulling up on your belly button. Don't let your elbows drift apart. Keep them shoulder width distance apart. Don't let your head touch the ground. So really press down through your forearms. You can stay as you are, or you can lift one leg, then the other leg, maybe play with hops towards forearm stand. You've got 4 or 5 more breaths. So stay here longer than you want to, I know, and just breathe. Know that you are stronger than your mind tells you you are. You can do literally, I bet, anything in the world for 5 breaths. So keep breathing, keep staying present. Just notice, feel, observe. Soften your face, unclench your jaw. Hug your elbows in, press down through your forearms, just 2 more rounds. You can exhale out your mouth anytime. And very end of your next exhale, bring your knees down. Let's sit back into hero's pose, so seated meditation, kneeling position. If you want to take child's pose instead, or if hero's pose doesn't work for you, you choose any other resting pose of your choice. So if you're with me in hero's pose, just rest your hands on your lap or bring your hands to your heart, close your eyes, reconnect to your breath, slow it down. Just feel the energy moving through your body, the energy you have created, the energy that's always there. It's just harder to find, not as easy to feel. So now you can feel it just flowing and moving, that prana. Exhale out your mouth anytime you'd like, just a rinse or a cleanse, cooling breath. And then in your next couple of rounds, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. So Ujjayi breath, find it again, engage it again if you've lost it. Make it just as important as the physical postures, as your physical practice. Okie dokie. From your down dog, next inhale, take your right leg to the sky. Exhale, open your right hip. So bend your right knee, heel towards your butt, flex your toes, reach your right knee out to the right and then up towards the ceiling. Try to keep both hands rooted, both shoulders strong, so don't sink into your left shoulder. Keep lifting through your left sit bone, hug in with your left inner thigh, lift through your belly button. See if you can reach your right knee just a little bit higher, open your hip just a little more. Great place to stay. This is an awesome hip opener. Stay here if you want. Option to flip your dog. Right toes come down behind you, right arm lifts and reaches forward. Turn your heart to look up at the sky. Back muscles squeeze around your spine. Breathe down into your belly. Really push down through your left hand. Let your left shoulder open. Take one more round. And then everybody will meet in three-legged dog with your right leg extended. Big inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot to the top of your yoga mat. Pyramid pose. So bring your back foot forward about a foot or so. Depends how long your legs are. You want both feet flat on the ground. Bring your feet hips width distance apart so they're on 2 train tracks. All 10 toes face forward. So even if you do it differently on the regular, do it like this today. All 10 toes face forward, feet on 2 train tracks. Halfway lift. So you can bring your hands up to your front shin. If you have blocks or books you're using, you can use them underneath your hands. Bend your front knee a lot. And then we're going to very, very slowly re-straighten our front leg by lifting your right sit bone up and pressing the top of your right thigh back. So imagine you're trying to tilt the right side of your pelvis forward. Imagine you've got a rope attached to your right butt cheek and it's literally pulling up towards the ceiling. So you want to get a nice line of tension down the back of your right leg. You don't want to lock out your knee or hyperextend into your joint. So once you feel that nice line of tension, you're lifting your right butt cheek. You can slowly work into your fold. Belly, ribs, chest, and then think forehead towards your shin. You're not rounding your spine, you're lengthening through your low back. Imagine you're trying to reach your heart past your knee, and then you can relax your neck, let your upper back round a little bit. Keep lifting your right sit bone up. Exhale, draw navel to spine, and from there, dive a little deeper, fold a little further. Take about 3 more great, big, huge, deep breaths. Use each breath to create more space, to make something happen on the inside. One last round. And then listen, we're going to transition into standing splits. We won't hold it very long. So walk your fingertips forward, float your left leg to the sky. Take a great big inhale, left leg high. And as you exhale, Shiva squat. So left knee tucks into the back of your right knee, curl in. Think left heel towards your left butt cheek, forehead towards your knees. Inhale, standing splits, re-extend really high. Exhale, Shiva squat. Again, curl in, get small. Left heel towards your left butt cheek. Knee towards your nose, nose towards your knee. Inhale, standing splits. This is your last one. Exhale, Shiva squat. Now listen, you're going to keep your legs in this position. Walk your hands forward a little bit so your spine is parallel to the ground. Keep your weight in your right heel. Left fingertips down, right arm to the sky. Twist. Maybe gaze up at your right hand. Twist from your center so it's a one-legged twisted chair pose. Take 2 more deep breaths. Use your exhale to twist, twist, twist. Now listen, end of your exhale, unwind. Inhale, standing splits, re-extend your left leg. Exhale, step your left foot to the very back of your mat. So you're back in a lunge position. Now keep your left hand down, right arm to the sky, revolve lunge. This time we're going to work our front leg to straight. So walk your left fingertips back a little bit and then start to straighten your right leg by lifting your right sit bone. Press the top of your right thigh back just like we did in pyramid. Squeeze through your inner thighs. Stay balanced on the ball of your back foot, back leg, back ankle, back foot strong. Twist, ring out. Use the strength in your belly. Take 2 more rounds. Reach up like you want to touch the ceiling. Gaze up. Awesome job, you guys. Very end of your next exhale, low lunge, so unwind. Three-legged down dog, right leg high. Give your right leg a nice little shake out. Now listen, pigeon pose, right shin to the top of your mat. Set your body down gently. So right knee to the outer right edge of your mat or close to it. Pull right hip back, left hip forward. So you want to find that little bit of lift. We're plugging the femur bones into the socket so we're not just sinking into our joints, we're actually stretching into our muscles. Once you've got that, you can start your bow, humble pigeon. Slow, deep Ujjayi breath. Even as you bow forward, imagine you're trying to pull your right hip towards the back of your mat. And then to go deeper, you can scoot your back knee back a little bit further. Keep your front foot active, so try to spread your toes, and that'll keep all the little tendons and ligaments in place. So you're not pulling on tendons and ligaments. Again, we want to stretch into the muscle, that meaty part of the muscle. Take about 3 to 5 more rounds, slow, steady breaths. You can exhale out your mouth at any time. I'm going to take my last big breath out my mouth. And then we'll slowly transition back to downward facing dog. So you can get there however you want. I'm going to lift my upper body, plant my hands, tuck my back toes, take my right leg back and up, gently shake it out. Maybe take a couple circles with my right knee. So any movement that calls to you, you're welcome to go there. Eventually set your right foot down, walk it out. If you want to move through a vinyasa before we take the other side, please feel free. That'll just kind of reset your body. All right, my friends. From your down dog, inhale left leg high. Without shifting through your right hand, shoulder, or hip, bend your left knee, flex your toes, heel towards your butt, and then reach your left knee out to the left and up towards the sky. So try to find that mobility in your hip rather than just sinking into your shoulder girdle. See if you can lift your left knee a little higher, really squeeze your outer left butt cheek. Stay here, or option to flip your dog. Left toes come down behind you. Left arm lifts, turn your heart towards the sky. Press your hips up. Squeeze back muscles around your spine. Breathe down into your low belly. One more full round. Fullest expression. Open it up. End of your exhale. We'll meet in a three-legged dog. So everybody extend your left leg super high. Big in-breath. Exhale. Soft as you can. Left foot forward. Pyramid pose. Back foot steps in about a foot or so. Feet on 2 train tracks. All 10 toes face forward. Find your halfway lift. So bring your hands to your front shin or wherever works best for you. Find a nice long spine. Bend your front knee a lot for just a moment. Re-straighten your front leg by lifting your left sit bone up, pressing the top of your left thigh back. So I can straighten my leg really easy by locking out my knee. I don't feel hardly anything. Or I can with lots of awareness and intention, work my leg towards straight and feel the front of my quad fire up, the front of my thigh, my quad. And then once you've got that, so it's like you're trying to tilt the left side of your pelvis forward, lift your left butt cheek towards the sky, keep that and start your bow. So belly, ribs, then chest closer to your front leg. One day, forehead to your shin. Really lengthen through your low spine. Imagine you're trying to reach your heart past your knee. Take about 3 more deep breaths. Each exhalation, draw belly button in and up. From that place, dive deeper, fold further. So if you're a person that hates this pose like me, I think this is one of the best poses that we can actually do for ourselves. And the more we can find alignment, the more we can really get into the muscle, create more space there, and then the easier it will become for us in the future. So we're not trying to just get into the pose and hang out, nothing's happening. We're trying to work the pose with every single breath, discover more, go a little bit deeper, create more space. Take one last round. End of your exhale, transition into your standing split. So walk your hands forward a little bit, right leg floats up. Spread your right toes, relax your neck, big inhale. Exhale, Shiva squat, right knee to the back of your left knee, both knees bend, nose towards your knees, right heel towards your right glute. Inhale, standing split, so re-extend and lengthen. Exhale, Shiva squat, get small, curl in, right knee to the back of left, round your spine. Inhale, last time, reach your right leg as high as you can, standing splits. Exhale, Shiva squat, keep your legs in this position, walk your hands forward a little bit, gaze down at the ground. So think of a halfway lift with your spine. Weight in your left heel, weight in your right hand or your right fingertips. Left arm reaches up. Twisted one-legged chair pose. So keep reaching your butt back, crown of your head forward. Keep drawing your right heel up towards your right glute. Reach up like you want to touch the ceiling. See if you can even gaze up. Take one more round. Use your exhale to twist to your very edge. End of your exhale, unwind, standing splits, right leg high. Breathe in. Exhale, step your right foot to the back of your mat, low lunge. Now, keep your right hand down, left arm to the sky, another twist, revolve lunge. This time, we're gonna work into a variation of revolve triangle. So slowly begin to straighten your front leg by lifting your left sit bone up, pressing the top of your left thigh back. You might need to scoot your right hand back a little bit, that's fine. Squeeze through your inner thighs. Keep your back foot active, your back ankle strong. If you can, gaze up at your left hand, twist from your center, 2 more rounds. Give it everything you've got. Breathe down into your belly, work your twist. End of your exhale, unwind. Good job, low lunge. 3-legged down dog. Take your left leg back and up, give it a nice little shake out. All right, and then pigeon pose, left shin, top of your mat. Set your body down. So pull, left hip back, right hip forward. Find that strength and structure to support the stretch. And then as you're ready, start your bow. Big, deep, slow Ujjayi breaths. Energetically try to drag your left hip towards the back of your yoga mat. And then maybe scoot your back knee back a little further if you want to go a little deeper. Keep your left toes active, so try to spread your left toes. Breathe. Rather than tuning out, tune in. So what little teeny tiny micro adjustments can you make to get more out of this posture, to create more space on the inside? So even if you've been in this posture 100 times, 1,000 times, rather than tuning out, tune in, go deeper. What can you find here? Soften your face, your jaw, your neck, your shoulders. Take about 4 or 5 more breaths. Last couple rounds if you want. Big exhale, sigh 'em out your mouth. Slowly begin to lift your upper body. We'll take it back to down dog, so you can get there your own way, or come with me. Plant your hands, spread your fingers, curl your back toes under, push down and lift your left leg back enough. Give it that nice little shake out, maybe a couple circles with your left knee. And then eventually just regular down dog, walk it out, pedal it out. Just feel into all that space and length we've created through our practice today. Breathe into it. All right, you guys, take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, walk your hands to the back of your mat until you find yourself in a forward fold. So all the weight comes into your feet. Bring your big toes to touch, little gap in between your heels. We're gonna go into what's called a toe stand. So bend your knees, lift your heels, knees kind of reach forward towards the front of your mat. You can keep your hands on the ground like I'm doing to help with balance, or maybe use blocks, books, water bottles under your hands. If you can, squeeze through your inner thighs, bring your hands up to your heart. So balancing on your toes, squeeze your heels towards one another, towards midline. Tone your low belly. Take about 3 more breaths here. If you can, if you want to get crazy, close your eyes. Take one final round. And then bring your hands to the ground. Bring your knees to the ground. Walk your hands all the way forward. So kind of slither forward until your belly is down. And then just take one last belly back bend. Baby cobra, full cobra, up dog, sphinx, Spider-Man cobra. Give yourself a couple breaths here. Maybe moving a little side to side. Gazing side to side. Lower down to your belly again, and then from here you're just gonna roll over onto your back, so your head will still be facing the top of your mat. You kind of scoot yourself back to the middle of your mat, and then hug your knees in and gently rock from side to side. Let your knees fall to the right, left arm reaches out to the left for your supine spinal twist. Gaze up or over your left shoulder. And breathe. If there's a different variation you want to take, please feel free. And let your face soften, let your body melt into the ground a little more. And in your next couple of breaths, just switch to the other side. So as you come through center, take a moment to neutralize your spine and your pelvis. So that might mean just squeezing your knees in, maybe a full body stretch, maybe a happy baby. And then eventually knees fall to the left, right arm reaches out to the right, gaze up or over your right shoulder. Breathe into your belly. rush, but when you feel just about even on both sides with your twist, come back to center. I'm going to take a happy baby. If there's another pose that calls to you as a finishing pose, then feel free to take that instead. So maybe a plow or a shoulder stand, maybe a full body stretch. Maybe you want to take happy baby and then transition into a couple final stretches or movements of your choice. So give yourself about, let's say, 10 to 15 breaths to eventually transition into your final relaxation. If you want to go straight into your Shavasana, then that's fine too. And then you guys, as you settle in, I have a reading for you. It's by Jeff Foster. It's from his book, You Were Never Broken. It's his newest book. It's really good. It's just a bunch of prose and poems. This one's called You Are Free. He says, live, make mistakes, screw everything up, but live anyway. Taste failure, taste success. See how in the end they taste the same. They taste of you. They taste of life. They taste of the love you always sought. So live, make mistakes, screw everything up. Say the right thing, say the wrong thing. Shake, sweat, let the heart race and pound. Find your edge and never abandon it. They will call you names. They will call you afraid, mad, not quite yourself anymore. Yes, so taste rejection, taste disapproval, taste the absence of any taste. But hold yourself close, breathe, and live, and love. Yes. Break open to love. Make mistakes, screw everything up, fall to the ground, laughing, crying, and celebrating the fall. The ground will hold you, and you are free. So the more we are able to just live from a space of presence, authenticity, love, no matter what anyone else thinks, no matter what the outcome is. So if we fail, that's part of our process. That's part of our journey. It's not wrong. It's just life. So let go of how things are supposed to be, your ideas of what life is supposed to look like. Let go of even right or wrong, good or bad, and just allow everything to move through you as life experience. Stay close to yourself, stay close to your breath, feel it every single moment as it moves through you. So my breath is one of my favorite things to come back to in my life when I find that I'm getting anxious, when I'm kind of getting in my head, worrying what people think. It's like, okay, come back to my breath, come back to my body, come back to right now, come back to me. So that's essentially what we're doing on our yoga mats every single time we practice. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm going to leave you in your Shavasana. So if you have 30 seconds, if you have 5 minutes, if you have 15 minutes, take however long you can to just rest, to just soak in all the efforts of your practice, melt into the ground, and simply just be. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.